bubble. We don't have enough time to fit in all the significant college hoops action, but there's a lot more going on, including LeBron James, a point away from eclipsing 50,000 combined regular and postseason points. So it's just a matter of when is it going to happen as they're hosting the Pelicans. LeBron, and that'll do it.
LeBron James.
First player in NBA history to get to that number. Lakers leading. Then it's Luka. Step back, patented. Then he does that little bounce on one foot. 17 in the first quarter. That's his highest point total in a quarter this season. But he's not done. Doncic, LeBron, Lakers up 8. Doncic, he's going to step back. Cookies. Those are the only 3 he had in the second. 10-point lead for the Lakers at the break. Leading by 13. Woo! Let's run in transition. That's connect to LeBron. 40 years old, still plenty of bounce. Doncic will split the defenders. Up top, Jared Vanderbilt hangs in the air and drops that one home. 15 dimes for Doncic. Give me Zion. Oh, my word. He had 37. Sometimes you jump and you get got. That's all right. LeBron, fade away. 34, 8, and 6. Doncic had 30 and 15. And this perspective on 50,000 plus points.
And it's amazing. Watching him do this stuff at this age, it's just unbelievable. Like 50K points, I can't even explain how insane that is. And he might get to 70K, you never know.
Bron and Luka each eclipsed 35 and 5 in this game. Second pair of Lakers teammates to hang those numbers in the same game. The other, LeBron and current Maverick. Some thoughts on them, by the way, and the one big thing later, Anthony Davis. First duo in Lakers history with 30 points and 5 3-pointers in the same game. Speaking of three,
looking at them as an individual group, you look at LeBron James and what he's accomplished. You look at Luka and what he's accomplished. You'd have to say yes, but they haven't played together. What about JT and JB? What about Yoke and Murray? I want to see them play, and they look good together last night. I like what JJ did. He staggered their minutes a little bit. They had them on the court. They look really, really good together. We know these are 2 dominant offensive players in the NBA history. But I got to see them together more than one game. I think Luka only played like 24 minutes. I think LeBron played like 29 minutes. Let me see them get some minutes up under their belt, Stephen A. and Wendy. Let me see them get about 35 minutes. Let me see them in a tough ball game where they're having to play off of each other a lot more than what they did last night. But I'm not really willing to go there just yet. Individually, if you take LeBron's career, you take Luka's career, but you don't get to take them individually and then put them together and say, are they the scariest? I need to see them play a little bit more before I determine whether or not how scary they are.
Yeah. Wendy, I know you were locked in on this one.
Molly, the Lakers do a really good job of making moments feel big. They really lean into who they are at times, and they did a great job here. First off, probably the most important thing, they picked a perfect day for Luka to come back. The Utah Jazz right now are not a competitive NBA team. And so they put him in a position where there was not going to be stress on this game, and it was never a game after the first quarter. I thought they did a great job of easing him in. This game doesn't mean anything to me. This was not an important game. They played good. They're on a winning streak. There was way more pressure games to come, but the Lakers passed every single test in bringing Luka in to start his career there.
Stephen A.
All true. Nothing to dispute there. I will tell you that LeBron and Luka, however, when we asked the question, are they the scariest in the West? Of course not yet, but eventually they should be if they are who we think they are. And let me give some breaking news. Wendy, you could step aside for this one because this is directed at Mr. Shay himself. I have given long, hard thought to this debate that Shannon, Sharpe, and I have been going through. And, it's going to be a long, long spring for him, as I've stated. But I am willing to concede, when we talk about GOAT status, I've decided to declare that LeBron James is truly the GOAT for 40-year-olds. The greatest 40-year-old that the game of basketball has ever
there
seen.
you go.
So I just want to say that. I just want to say that he's the greatest 40-year-old that anybody has ever seen on a basketball court. And when you think about Luka being 25 years of age, yeah, eventually they should be the scariest. Their basketball IQs are off the chart. We know what they can do on the basketball court. They should be the scariest. But this season, I haven't given up on Jokic and Murray. I have not given up on that at all. That's going to stand. I'm going to stand on that for the time being. We can't even see anybody in Dallas with Kyrie and AD. AD already down. Okay. I mean, I got to think about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and who's his Robin
Williams
is and stuff like that. That's right. Of course, Williams. But I'm just looking at it from the standpoint that right now, it's got to be Jokic and Murray until further notice to answer this question because we haven't seen how LeBron and Luka will do together.
You see what he did, Molly?
What?
You see what Stephen A. did? Oh, I'll have to admit, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest 40-year-old. It's like when women say, well, Shannon, you're in great shape for a 50-year-old. I'm in great shape for any age. What's wrong with y'all? Talk about I'm in great shape to be 50. Don't do that. Stephen A., don't do that. You know what this man is. You know what he represents. How many consecutive games with at least 20 points at the age of 40? I know somebody could never.
It was a backhanded comment. He put the little dig in there.
I know somebody could never. You need to stop your nonsense. You need to stop that nonsense right now. We'll see what Luka and LeBron does. But Wendy, for the purposes of you being here, being the basketball savant that you are, I thought it was apropos that I started off the show today conceding that Shannon was right about something. I'm not going to say that often, but I would concede that he is right about LeBron at 40 being the greatest 40-year-old we've ever seen. Gotta give credit where credit is due.
AJ has a good number. Some of us would get better with age. Wendy?
I gotta give Stephen A. credit bringing the specter of Jordan into this conversation. Like that's right. Bonus point.
Because you know why? Because when you think about the word scary, I mean, who fit that more than Michael Jordan? I mean, what that brother did on the basketball court, he scared the living hell out of all the opposition. There wasn't no hugging and singing Kumbaya with the opponents day after day, night after night, drinking wine with them after the games and all that stuff. Oh, no, it wasn't none of that.
He didn't scare Bird, McHale, and Parrish. He didn't scare them. Didn't scare Isaiah and the bad boy Pistons till they got old.
You mean Bird? You mean Bird, who called them God and gym shorts? You mean that Larry Bird? Is that who
him?
Okay,
him.
Go ahead. I got all spring to get you with this. It's all right.
But in all seriousness, Shannon, obviously because you are a Lakers fan, how far do you want to see this team go? Like, what are your expectations?
If I'm not mistaken, Wendy, correct me if I'm wrong. I think with 19 losses, I think they're like third in the Western Conference.
I think they're fourth right now.
Fourth, okay. I can see them moving up.
Third in the loss column.
think
that's right.
What'd you say, Wendy?
Tied for third.
Tied for third in the loss column.
Yeah. Okay. Tied for third. I can see us being second or third. Hey, you know what that means, Stephen A. That's one thing. Now he got somebody that can take the pressure off him. Luka can go on one of them scoring binges. LeBron can facilitate. Even if both guys are off the court, you still got a ball handling Austin Reeves. Don't say anything now, but Kobe of the Ozarks been getting people that work. So now, if you have both of those guys, now you got two guys that can score. If one of those guys are off, all three of them are on the court, you got three guys that can score. Man, hey, we go back. Hey, I tell you what. Let us get OKC in the Western Conference Finals. I guarantee.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh, that's